Help me hit 5,000 subscribers for more stories like this, because what I'm about to tell you isn't just a story. It's the moment my life split cleanly into before and after. I knew something was wrong the second the door clicked shut behind her. Not because she was late. She was always late. Not because she looked tired. She'd been exhausted for months. And not even because of the faint, unfamiliar scent that drifted into the living room when she stepped inside, though that was the first blow that quietly landed, sharp enough to make my chest tighten. No. What told me everything was wrong was the way she avoided looking at me. It was our anniversary. 10 years. A decade of promises and memories, and the kind of mistakes couples fight through because they believe they're worth fixing. I had cooked dinner. Her favorite, rosemary chicken with lemon rice. The candles were already burning on the table, flickering with a warmth the room didn't deserve. I had set out the gift I'd spent weeks preparing, a photo book of our years together, each page a snapshot of moments I thought meant something to both of us. She set her purse down slowly, like every movement required calculation. "Lena," I said softly. "You're late." She didn't answer at first. She just pressed her hands against the counter, her shoulders lifting once, twice, as she took a shaky breath. Then she turned. And the look on her face stole all the air from my lungs. "I need to tell you something," she whispered. My heart didn't drop. It braced, like it somehow already knew the impact was coming. "Okay," I said. "Tell me." Her fingers trembled. She kept touching her wedding ring, twisting it until her knuckle reddened. "I didn't mean for it to happen today," she started. "But it did." I felt everything tighten inside me. My pulse. My throat. The space around me. "What happened today?" I asked carefully. She swallowed. "I was with someone." The clock on the wall ticked once, loud enough to crack the moment in half. I didn't speak. Didn't move. My body felt detached, watching from somewhere outside itself, as if distance could soften the blow. It didn't. She had already shared intimacy that day, and not with me. Our anniversary. Our day. And she'd given it to someone else. "Say it clearly," I said, because I needed to hear it without ambiguity, without mercy. Her eyes filled, but her voice steadied in a way that made everything worse. "I slept with someone," she said. There it was, the truth, solid enough to break something inside me with clean precision. She looked at me, expecting the explosion, the yelling, the accusations, the slammed doors. She expected chaos, because chaos was easier for her to handle than silence. She didn't know me as well as she thought. I didn't yell. I didn't move. I just let the words settle between us like dust on shattered glass. "How long?" I asked. "It wasn't planned," she whispered. "It just happened." "That's not an answer." She closed her eyes. "A few months." The candles on the table flickered again, small and fragile, the perfect metaphor for whatever was left of us. She rushed forward, tears finally spilling. "Michael, I didn't want to ruin tonight. I was going to tell you after dinner. I swear, I wanted to try to fix things." "You came home late," I said, cutting her off. "Because you were with him." She didn't deny it. Her silence confirmed everything. I exhaled slowly. And when I finally looked up at her, she stepped back, as if my calmness had become something threatening. "Why aren't you angry?" she whispered. "I am," I replied. "Just not in the way you want me to be." She blinked, confused. I stood, pushing the chair back gently, too gently. That's what scared her. She expected rage. Rage meant I still wanted to fight for us. Silence, calmness. Those meant something was ending. "Michael," she said shakily. "Please talk to me." "I am talking," I said, my voice level. "I'm just not trying to save you from the consequences of your choices." She flinched. Good. Pain was the only language she had forced us into now. "Do you love him?" I asked. "No," she said instantly. Too instantly. I tilted my head. Then why him? She hesitated. Too long. Because he made me feel seen, she whispered. He listened. He made me feel like I mattered. Like someone still wanted me. And I didn't. Her eyes filled again. You got so busy. You stopped noticing me. We stopped talking. You stopped wanting me. I laughed. Soft. Humorless. So you cheated because I was working extra hours to pay for the life we built? She covered her face. It wasn't like that. It never is, Lena. Never is. I walked past her, heading toward the dining table. The food had gone cold. The gift I'd made suddenly looked pathetic, like a tribute to something that never truly existed. Michael, please, she begged, reaching for my arm. I stepped away. She froze. My rejection hit her harder than any scream would have. I didn't tell you to hurt you, she whispered. Then why did you choose today? I asked. Why today of all days? Her lip trembled. Because I thought, if I didn't tell you now, I would lose the courage to tell you at all. I nodded slowly. So instead of honoring our marriage today, you decided to bury it. She sank onto a chair, sobbing quietly. I stood across from her, studying the woman I had loved for so long, the woman I thought I knew. She looked small, fragile, lost. And yet, she was the one who had set fire to our life. You thought I would beg, I said softly. Didn't you? Her head snapped up, eyes red and wide. You thought I would fight for you. That I would demand answers, scream, throw things. Something dramatic to convince you that you still mattered enough for me to bleed for you. That's not true, she whispered, but her voice betrayed her. It is, I said calmly. You rehearsed this in your head. You imagined how it would go. You wanted to lose control. Not me. You wanted the chaos, because chaos would mean I still cared enough to break. She looked horrified, like I'd stripped away every layer she'd tried to hide behind. You didn't expect calmness, I said. You didn't expect clarity. You expected me to fall apart so you wouldn't have to. She shook her head vigorously. No, Michael, that's not. I'm done, Lena. The words landed with enough weight to silence her completely. I picked up the photo book, the gift, and placed it gently back inside the cabinet. I didn't throw it away. Not yet. Not out of sentiment, but because I wanted to decide its fate later, when the emotions stopped bleeding. Where are you going? She choked out. Away from this conversation. Michael, please don't walk away. Not today. Not like this. I looked at her. Really looked at her. The trembling hands. The regret twisted across her face. The realization settling into her bones that she had destroyed something she thought she controlled. I'm not walking away, I said quietly. I'm stepping back. Because right now, that's the only way I don't lose myself along with you. She stood abruptly. We can fix this. We can go to therapy. We can. No, I said simply. You fix things that are cracked. Not things that have already been replaced. What does that mean? She whispered. It means while you were busy finding someone who made you feel seen, I was right here, loving a woman who no longer loved me enough not to cheat. She broke then, fully, painfully, without restraint. The kind of breaking that echoed off walls and into the space between us. But I didn't move toward her. Not this time. Michael, she sobbed. Tell me what I can do. Tell me how to fix this. Tell me anything. I shook my head slowly. You already did enough. Her legs gave out and she sank to the floor, crying into her hands. I watched for a moment, not out of cruelty, but out of the surreal realization that this was the moment everything changed. Then I turned and walked to the door. Please, she whispered behind me. Don't leave. I paused with my hand on the doorknob. I didn't leave, Lena, I said softly. You did. Months ago. I'm just finally catching up. And then I stepped outside, closing the door quietly behind me. Not slamming it. Not shouting. Just ending it the calmest way possible, the way she never expected. And that, somehow, was the loudest ending of all.